Thank you for sharing that with us. I really appreciate you taking the time to provide your feedback today. If you need any further assistance or have any other concerns, feel free to reach out. Have a wonderful day.
Hello everybody, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to analyze your Vapi AI call transcripts. I'm going to show you how you can get AI to summarize your calls, evaluate the success of your calls, how to extract custom data out of these calls, how to track things like your costs, your call duration, and other KPIs or key performance indicators, and how you can upload all this data into your CRM. So before we jump into this video, I just want to highlight the importance of analyzing these call transcripts. Having the ability to analyze your post calls is crucial for tracking results and KPIs, gathering important information from your AI calls, and is great for many use cases. Like for outbound, we can gather information from qualifying leads or following up with customers for valuable feedback. And then for inbound use cases, we can gather important information when trying to schedule appointments or just tracking customer support calls. So for this video example here in Vapi, we're going to create an outbound customer support agent for an appliance repair company called All Pro Appliance. This assistant will essentially follow up with a customer who recently had a repair service done, gather information from their experience from the service, and then upload all this key information into a Google Sheet database. Again, this is just one use case for extracting information out of calls, but we can do the same framework when calling leads for qualifying them, gathering information from scheduling appointments, or just any other use case where you would want to extract important information out of your AI calls. So here, if we scroll down a little bit, here's my prompt for my assistant. So for my role, I've just said you are Tom, a member of All Pro Appliance Repairs customer support team. Your role is to follow up with customers who recently had a repair service done. Your task is to call customers and gather feedback from the customer. Your personality tone is friendly, professional, and helpful. The tone should be conversational and empathetic, making the customer feel comfortable sharing their feedback. You should aim for a positive, customer-centric approach, ensuring the customer feels valued. And then for the steps that I have outlined my agent to follow, for step 1 is to just greet the customer and ask if it's a good time to talk. If it is a good time to call, then to ask the customer to rate their satisfaction with the technician's work on a scale of 1 to 10. Then to inquire about the technician's punctuality, asking if they arrived on time or if there were any delays. Then to ask if their problem was successfully resolved or not, gather suggestions on how the service can be improved, and then to conclude the conversation by thanking the customer for their time and valuable feedback. And then for my greeting first message, I've just said, "Hi there, this is Tom from All Pro Appliance Repairs customer support team. I'm just checking in. After the recent repair service we provided, I wanted to make sure everything went well and gather your feedback. Do you have a few minutes to chat?" So this is the conversation flow that my assistant will follow. Now, if we head over to the Vapi documentation, we can see that we have a call analysis section where at the end of each call, you can summarize and evaluate how it went. So this feature allows you to summarize and evaluate calls, providing valuable insights into their effectiveness. This feature uses a combination of prompts and schemas to generate structured data and success evaluations based on the call's content. The underlying models driving the call analysis pipeline are the latest version of Anthropic's Claude Sonnet, and in case of failure, OpenAI's GPT-4o. So the summary prompt is used to create a concise summary of the call, and it's stored in the call.analysis summary section. The default summary prompt is "You are an expert note taker. You will be given a transcript of a call. Summarize the call in 2 to 3 sentences if applicable." For the success evaluation prompt, this prompt is used to determine if the call was successful. This evaluation is stored in the call.analysis success evaluation section, and the default success evaluation prompt is "You are an expert call evaluator. You will be given a transcript of a call and the system prompt of the AI participant. Determine if the call was successful based on the objectives inferred from the system prompt." And then for the structured data prompt, this prompt extracts specific pieces of data from the call, where it's stored in the call analysis structured data section. And the default structured data prompt is you are an expert data extractor. You will be given a transcript of a call. Extract structured data per the JSON schema. So to find all this, we'll just go back to the Vapi dashboard, head over to this analysis tab. And here we now have 3 sections where we can prompt AI to summarize the call for us, decide if it was successful or not, and then pull custom structured data from our calls. So I actually have all these prompts written out. You can find this document in my resource hub below in the description. So for our summary prompt, I've just said that you are an expert note taker from All Pro Appliance Repair. You will be given the transcript of an outbound call to a customer who recently received an appliance repair from an All Pro Appliance Repair technician. The objective of the call is to gather information about the customer's experience, summarize the call in 3 to 5 sentences. So I'm just going to copy this prompt here, head back, and then just paste it here in this summary section, and then hit publish. And then for the success evaluation prompt, I've just said that you are an expert call evaluator. You will be given the transcript of a call that occurred between a team member of All Pro Appliance Repair and a customer who recently inquired for an appliance repair. Evaluate whether the call was successful or not based on if the customer was willing to give feedback. So I'm going to copy this here, head back, and then paste it here. And then if we go down to this section here with the success evaluation rubric, we can see that we have different rubrics available for evaluating whether a call was successful or not. So we have a numeric scale on a scale of 1 to 10, where basically the AI can rate the call from 1 to 10, have a descriptive scale of excellent, good, fair, or poor, a checklist of criteria and their status, a matrix, where it's a grid that evaluates multiple criteria across different performance levels, a percentage scale of 0 to 100%, a Likert scale of strongly agree, agree, neutral, disagree, or strongly disagree, an automatic rubric, or a pass or fail rubric. So for this specific example, I'm just going to be using a pass-fail rubric, where if my agent calls the customer and they agree to give back information, then it'll be a pass. But if my agent calls them and the customer says something like, no, I don't want to give feedback, then it'll just be a fail. And then for my structured data prompt, I've just said that you will be given the transcript of a call that occurred between a team member of All Pro Appliance Repair and a customer who recently inquired for an appliance repair. If the customer agrees to giving feedback, extract the following data: satisfaction rating, the rating of their experience with an All Pro Appliance Repair technician. The value extracted should be a number from 1 to 10. If no rating is given, leave empty. Timeliness of the technician. The timeliness of the technician, noting if they arrived on time or if there were any delays. If there were delays, capture the amount of time late. The issue outcome, whether the issue with the appliance was successfully solved or not, mark as true or false. And then any improvement suggestions. So any feedback or suggestions for improving the service. If no suggestions are given, mark it as none. So I'll just copy all of this, head back, and then paste it here. And then for the structured data, we actually have to add 4 properties. So we'll just add 4 properties right now. Field 1 will just be the satisfaction rating here. So we'll just name it satisfaction rating. And then we'll add a description to it. So this description will just be the rating of the customer's experience on a scale of 1 to 10. If no rating is given, leave empty. And then for the type of field it will be a number and not a string. For field 2, it'll be the timeliness of the technician. So we'll just name it timeliness. And then to add the description, we'll just say the timeliness of the technician, noting if they arrived on time or if there were any delays. If there were delays, capture the amount of time late. This field type we'll leave as a string. And then for field 3, this will just be the issue outcome. So we'll just name it issue outcome. And then to add a description, we'll just say whether the issue with the appliance was successfully solved or not. And then for this field type, we'll leave it as a Boolean. A Boolean is basically a true or false statement. And then for field 4, it'll just be the improvement suggestions. So we'll name it improvement underscore suggestions. And then to add the description, we'll just say any feedback or suggestions from the service. If none, mark as none. And then we'll leave this as a string. And then we'll hit publish. So now to upload this information into our CRM, we're going to need to use make.com, which is just a no-code automation platform. So we'll just hit create a new scenario. So for our first module, we'll just hit webhooks, and then we'll hit custom webhook. For choose a hook, we'll just hit add, and then we can name it whatever we want. So I'll just name it All Pro Appliance Repair Webhook, and then we'll hit save. Now that we have our webhook, we can see that we have an HTTPS link. So we're going to copy this address to our clipboard, head back to Vapi, and then head over to this advanced section here. We will scroll down a little bit. And now we can see that we have a server URL where we have an endpoint URL to handle server messages. If we read here, it says that this is used for retrieving context, function calling, and end of call reports. So we'll just paste this URL here. And then if we scroll down to server messages, just make sure that we only have the end of call report ticked off. So now at the end of each call, Vapi and Make will talk to each other via this webhook, where it will send this end of call report to this server URL to make.com. So from make.com, we will receive an end of call report. So now we just have to add another module to hook it up to our CRM. This CRM can be updated into whichever one that you use. So Make integrates with all the popular CRMs out there like HubSpot, Go High Level, Airtable, Zoho, or basically just any CRM out there. But just for this video example, we're just going to be using a Google Sheets. So once you hit Google Sheets, we'll just hit add a row. And then we will hook up our Google Sheets CRM to this make.com scenario. So this is our dummy Google Sheets database where we have our lead information and all this post-call analysis information that we will upload into. So we have our first name, our last name, the phone number that we'll call. And then after our call is finished, we'll have the transcript, the summary, success evaluation, the rating, the timeliness, issue outcome, suggestions, call duration, and call cost. There are also other values that you can upload into this CRM, which I will show you later. But these are just the values that we're going to be working with for this demo video. So if we head back to Make, I'm going to hook up this All Pro Leads demo to our scenario. So I'll just find it here quickly. And now we can see that we can add all of our information into these text fields. So to get this information, we just have to quickly call our assistant and ping the end of call report to this webhook to be able to upload into our CRM. So I'm just going to hit run once, head back to our Vapi dashboard, and then call our assistant.
Hi there. This is Tom from All Pro Appliance Repair's customer support team. I'm just checking in after the recent repair service we provided. I wanted to make sure everything went well and gather your feedback. Do you have a few minutes to chat?
No, I don't.
I completely understand. If you'd prefer, I can reach out to you at a more convenient time. Just let me know when might work better for you, and I'll make a note to follow up then.
So now we can see that the end of call report was pinged to this webhook. So if we click here, hit message over here, we can see that after I ended the call, we now have our end of call report. So if we hit on analysis here, we have our summary. So Tom from All Pro Appliance Repairs customer support team called to follow up on recent repair service and gather feedback. The customer indicated they did not have time to talk at that moment. The customer's reluctance to engage suggests they may have been busy or possibly dissatisfied, though this is not explicitly stated. Then if we hit on the structured data over here, we can see that we have the timeliness, issue outcome, satisfaction rating, and improvement suggestions. Obviously our call was too short, so it couldn't really gather this information, but when we do our real call, we will have these values. We also have the started at and ended at for our call, as well as the ended reason. We have the costs here, and if we click on the cost breakdown, we can see that we actually have our costs divided up into the speech to text, our LLM, our text to speech, and the Vapi. Here we have our call duration in milliseconds, seconds, and minutes, our full transcript, and then we also have access to our recording URL as well as our stereo recording URL. So to upload this information into our Google Sheets, we'll just click on transcript here, and then we'll choose transcript here. For summary, we'll just choose a summary here. Success evaluation, we're just gonna have to hit analysis and then choose success evaluation here. For these 4 custom fields of our rating, timeliness, issue outcome, and suggestions, we'll find that in our structured data tab here. So we'll choose rating, timeliness, issue outcome, and suggestions. For call duration, we'll just choose the duration in seconds here. You can obviously do minutes or milliseconds. For our cost, we'll just choose cost here. And then if you want to add any other information like the started at, ended reason, or even the recording URL, you will just fill that out here in your CRM column. Now we'll hit OK. So now this is our whole end of call report automation. So after every call, we'll have an end of call report uploaded into our CRM. So to have this running autonomously, we'll just hit save. Make sure we hit immediately as data arrives so that every time there's an end of call report, it will just be automatically uploaded. And then now let's just test this automation to see it work in real time.
Hi there, this is Tom from All Pro Appliance Repair's customer support team. I'm just checking in after the recent repair service we provided. I wanted to make sure everything went well and gather your feedback. Do you have a few minutes to chat?
Yeah, I guess.
Great, thank you for your time. On a scale of 1 to 10, how satisfied were you with the technician's work?
A 7.
Thank you for that feedback. Can you share if the technician arrived on time or were there any delays?
No, he was 20 minutes late.
I appreciate you letting me know about the delay. It's important for us to be punctual. Now, was your problem successfully resolved after the service?
Yeah, at least he successfully repaired my fridge.
I'm glad to hear that your fridge was successfully repaired. Before we wrap up, do you have any suggestions on how we can improve our service? Your feedback is really valuable to us.
Yeah, maybe just next time let me know if he's going to be late.
That's a great suggestion. I completely understand how important it is to be informed about delays. Thank you for sharing that with us. I really appreciate you taking the time to provide your feedback today. If you need any further assistance or have any other concerns, feel free to reach out. Have a wonderful day.
Alright, so now we can see that our end of call report just got uploaded live. So if we head over to Transcript, we can see that this is our full transcript of the call, where it's formatted from user and AI, so you can have a perspective of who said what. If we unwrap our summary, we can see that we have our summary of the call. So Tom from All Pro Appliance Repair called to follow up on a recent repair service. The customer rated them as a 7 out of 10. Noting that the technician arrived 20 minutes late. Despite the delay, the technician successfully repaired the customer's refrigerator. They suggested that in the future, they should be informed about any potential delays, but overall, the call gathered valuable feedback on the service provided and areas for improvement. And then if we look at our success evaluation, we can see that it was rated as true because I was willing to give feedback. The rating I gave was 7. The timeliness I mentioned was that the technician was 20 minutes late, but the issue outcome was true. For suggestions, I just said that I would like to be notified if the technician is going to be late. And then here we can see that we have the call duration in seconds and the cost from the call as well. So this is just a framework for analyzing your AI post calls. Obviously, you can change the CRM as well as the information that you want uploaded. Also, just to note, I was just calling my assistant on the web, but in a real use case, you could actually customize these calls to be tailored towards their first name and towards their number in your outbound call campaigns, but that's something for another video. Alright, so that's it for this video. Hopefully I've shown you the framework of analyzing Vapi call transcripts and the importance of analyzing these call transcripts. If you guys like the video, please make sure to like and subscribe and leave any comments down below for future video ideas.